Iron Wind is a seinen manga published in Good Afternoon, which began its debut in 2008 and is still ongoing today, with 8 volumes as of May 2015. The series is a sports story focusing on women's MMA, with our main character being Ishido Natsuo. The whole premise of Iron Wind is about Natsuo meeting 2 MMA prodigies who she wants to defeat. Knowing nothing of the sport, Natsuo joins a gym where she's taught MMA and eventually becomes part of a preliminary tournament, which should lead into the main MMA tournament called G-Girl. What makes Teppu different from other sports series is the role reversal of the characters. Usually, the story follows a main character who happens to be very gifted but knows nothing of the sport, which then proceeds into an encounter with a rival and the story takes off from there. However, the key difference here is that Natsuo is a douche, and the rival is the nice person. While she's not Joe level douche, Natsuo is still selfish, often beating up opponents as practice for her real adversaries. She seems to suffer from a superiority complex where she looks down on others and enjoys shattering people's hard work. However, she's also disappointed in herself, as she wants to be defeated, but always feels dissatisfied when a supposedly strong fighter ends up losing against her. Furthermore, she gets aroused at the idea of pummeling the shit out of her rivals or whenever she's told of experiencing something difficult and dangerous. There's actually a hint of family matters into her past, which explains why she's developed this sort of mindset. Upon future reading, this may lead to more hints of tragedy and the swap in gender roles around the house. As for the other characters, most of them are just okay. But this is because a bunch of people don't like Natsuo. Much of their opinions are set on why they hate our main character, and the reasons are reasonable. Yet the rivals are bland as fuck. The whole thing going for them are their exceptional skill in MMA, despite being in high school. Basically, they're just a blank slate of an energetic shonen lead who loves fighting. Don't get me wrong, I really love shonen. It's practically what makes up my channel, but these two really don't have much of a personality. In short, Iron Wind is a WOMANLY series as the artwork starts to change during chapter 15, and by the 20s you can see vast improvement in muscles and character designs. Which makes sense as the characters should develop a more muscular physique as they continue to work out. There's been a few fights, with the most recent preliminaries offering a bit more aggressive content, but don't expect this to be like Baki the Grappler where people are ripping faces off. The entire downside to this series is that it's a monthly manga, and judging from the 29 chapters that I've read, it's not going to finish anytime soon. The series began in November 7, 2008 and has ran for almost 7 years, and we haven't even started the main tournament. From my experience with various other series, it seems pretty obvious that the story has to end with Natsuo changing her attitude towards people, but aside from Natsuo's own personal problems, there isn't much to offer in this sports manga. In fact, if it weren't based on female characters, there'd be almost no point to reading this. It's a very realistic series offering much information in the world of mixed martial arts, but the real driving force behind this story aren't the fights nor the sport, but it's our own curiosity on what will happen to our WOMANLY lead, Natsuo. I'm the Anime Hero and I review manga so you can read it.